Hello, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Today, I'm going to talk about a question I get asked all the time. Hey, we're talking multiple times a day. Should I keep the cellophane on my cigars or should I take it off when I put my cigars in the humidor? I guess the answer to this is the true answer to this is do what you want. There is no right or wrong way when it comes to your cigars. You bought the cigars, they're in your humidor. Do what you want with them. Don't let anybody tell you, no, take the cellophane off, or yes, leave the cellophane on. They're your cigars. Do what you want with them. There are arguments for either side. There's more arguments for leaving the cello on, but do what you want with it. I'm going to give you some information here so that way you can make an informed decision on what you want to do with your cigars. First, what's cellophane? What is it? It's clear, it looks like plastic, it crinkles. What the heck is this stuff? It's wood. It's a wood resin. It's not plastic. It's not unnatural stuff. It's wood resin. That's what cellophane is. It's wood resin. It burns like wood. I lit a piece of it. I'll maybe put the video up here so you guys can see it. It burns. It burns like wood. It's biodegradable. I'm not saying leave your cellophane around all over the place and just throw it on the ground. We don't want to do that with anything. But it's biodegradable. This stuff is biodegradable when it goes into the ground, when it goes into a landfill. It does biodegrade. It's not plastic. Now, the arguments for leaving the cello on the cigar. He said there's going to be a lot more of these than there is for taking the cello off. The first argument is it's breathable. It lets humidity come and go. So you don't have to take the cello off your cigar because, oh, my cigars are going to dry out if I leave the cellophane on there. That's not the case. The cellophane is breathable. It's going to let humidity come and go. The cellophane breathes. At the same time, it helps keep stuff in. It helps keep moisture in to a point. Yes, it's breathable, but your cigar is going to last a whole lot longer outside the humidor if it's wrapped in cellophane. So when you take your cigar out of the humidor and maybe, throw it in the car or whatever, you're going to have it later. The cigar is going to dry out a lot slower if you leave the cellophane on the cigar. The other, it's breathable, but it's contains. I know it's kind of crazy to think of it that way, but it helps keep the oils, which is the odor and the flavor of your cigar. It helps keep the oils from the tobacco in, and it doesn't let them just disperse into the rest of the inside of your humidor, where all those oils are going to commingle with oils from your other cigars, and eventually your cigars are all going to taste the same. So it helps keep the oils in the cigar and doesn't let them commingle with everything else in your humidor. I guess that wouldn't matter so much if you only keep one kind of cigar in your humidor, but I honestly I may know 3 people on earth that only smoke, one brand of cigar. So it helps keep the oils in. It also helps keep stuff out. The inside of your cigar is cedar, is Spanish cedar, and while Spanish cedar is different than aromatic cedar, Spanish cedar still does have a scent to it. Yeah, it's not as strong as aromatic cedar, but it still does have a cedar scent to it. If you leave the cello on your cigar, it's going to help keep that cedar out. If you take the cello off your cigars and age them in your humidor, leave them in there for a while, your cigars are going to start to have an overwhelming taste of cedar. That's going to be the flavor note. The predominant flavor note in every cigar you have is going to be cedar. So, helps keeps oils in, helps keep bad stuff out. Also, it helps protect the cigars. And I would say this is probably the number one reason why manufacturers put their cigars in cellophane. You can't sell a cigar if the wrapper is cracked to crap. If the cigar is damaged, it's unsellable, meaning nobody makes money off of it. Yeah, if I get cigars from a manufacturer in and half the box is cracked, I'm sending it back, and I want my money back, or I want a replacement box. If I have cigars on my shelf that are cracked, nobody's going to buy them, and I'm not going to make money off of them. So the number one reason for manufacturers putting cellophane on the cigar is it protects the cigar. And that's a reason why you should leave the cellophane on when you buy the cigar, is because it helps protect your cigars. Whether that is protecting them from, you rooting around in your humidor looking to see what you're going to smoke later on that night, and, flipping through and now I don't want this one, maybe I'll take that one. It's going to protect your cigars from outside elements like you. So that's another big reason for leaving your cellophane on, is it protects the cigar. Now, leaving the cellophane on also does slow down the aging process on a cigar when you have it in your humidor. And this is a reason for leaving the cellophane on, and this is the one argument for taking the cellophane off. It slows down the aging on your cigars, leaving the cellophane on. So if you plan on having your cigars for a while, and you don't want them to age too quickly, because when a cigar ages, sometimes it can mellow out too much. So if you want to preserve your cigar's flavor and intent of what the cigar was when it came out, leave the cellophane on the cigar. If you want to age your cigars more quickly, and you don't care about everything else that we talked about keeping the oils in and keeping the flavor of the wood in your humidor out. If you don't care about protecting your cigars, you're careful with them. You don't root around your humidor if they're just sitting there nice and quiet. If you don't care about any of that stuff, and you want to age the cigar as quickly as you possibly can, take the cellophane off of it, because that is going to let the cigar age faster, because it has nothing around it to protect it from doing so. Some cigars, as we all know, can do with a little bit of aging. Cigars are ready to smoke when the manufacturer releases them. No major manufacturer, no manufacturer worth their salt is releasing a cigar earlier than what it should. When we get cigars in and they go on the shelf, they're ready to smoke from day one. But we all know there are some cigars out there, not naming any names, that get better with age. They're ready to smoke when we get them, but you throw a year or two of age on them and they get even better. Now, you can take that cigar and take the cello off of it and put it in your humidor, and technically it should age a little faster. So instead of having to wait a year, maybe you can wait 9 months. Instead of waiting 2 years, maybe you can wait a year. And that cigar would have aged that quickly without the cellophane on it. It's worth a shot. See if it works. See if you like it. Again, this is all on you. I'm not telling you what to do here, and nobody should tell you what to do with your cigars. They're yours. You bought them. They're in your humidor. You do what you want with them. If somebody tells you, man, I take the cellophane off my cigars because that's the way I like it, that's them. Don't argue with them. That's what they like to do, and maybe they just like it because it looks better in the humidor with the cellophane off of it, because it does. All the cellophane off the cigars, you line up the bands and they're all facing up and they look so pretty in there without cellophane on them. If that's what you like, if that's what you care about, then cool, good for you. Do you. That's the great thing about this hobby, is this is your hobby. Yeah, there's a lot of us that enjoy it too. There's a whole community of cigar smokers out there, but it's your hobby. You're smoking the cigar. You do what you want with it. With that being said, leave a comment below. What you do with your cigars. Do you leave the cellophane on? Do you take the cellophane off? And why? This is all still, everybody does their own thing and everybody has their own reasons for doing it. So I'd love to hear from you guys what you do with your cigars and why you do it. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. It means a lot to me when you guys do. I always get a kick out of seeing a pop-up with a new subscriber. Next to the subscribe button, there is a little bell. If you want to be notified about when I do a new video or when I go live, make sure to click that bell next to subscribe, because that will give you notifications when I put a new video out and when I go live. I am going to start to do some live videos. I've got a neat board here which is going to allow me to take phone calls during these videos. So make sure you're on the notification. Click that bell next to the subscribe button so that way you'll be notified. Again, thank you very much for watching, everybody.